And if he's going to win this debate, you deserve a governor that you can see with your own eyes, that you yourself can talk to, and that you can see win a debate. I'm going to hold my own in that debate. And in the meantime, in between time, I'll keep traveling the state, every single county. No county is too big or too small. No group is too young or whatever. For me, as President Biden would say, you know the rest. I'm going to be there for Florida. And to tell you the truth, I don't know that I could lay out my entire electoral strategy because I'm not really thinking about it. Here's the crazy idea that I have. Right now, I am polling second. 8 weeks ago, none of you honestly knew who I was. When I entered the race, I was at 2% on Polymarket, which is the betting site where real people are putting millions of dollars into races like this. Today, I'm at 15%. Every stop that we make, every voter that we meet, every question that's a little bit tough that we answer, not necessarily with clarity, but humility, is a vote and a step in the right direction. And what I would ask you to do is to follow our campaign on Facebook, on Instagram, on a little site called X, and I'm glad that Elon Musk has given us our free speech, and most importantly, to tune in to the Fox News debate on June 23rd, 2026. Tune in.
Mr. Fischbach, I am Oliver Singh. I'm a freshman at high school, Sumner High School in Hillsborough County, and I've got a question about are you going to be carrying on with Ron DeSantis' current citing stance about eliminating the vaccine mandates in the state of Florida?
Thank you, Oliver. And you're a freshman in high school?
Yes, sir.
Forget everything I said about voter fraud. Forget everything. Look, if he commits one voter fraud, they committed what? Joe Biden got 81 million. Does anyone believe Joe Biden got 81 million votes? So what's Oliver committing one little bit of voter fraud? So I believe in complete medical freedom. I believe the government has no business pulling you or your kids aside, telling you that your grandkids have to take an experimental vaccine to be seen at a doctor or to show up to school. If these vaccines are so great, if they're so perfect, if they're so, as they say, efficacious, guess what? You'll decide to get them on your own. I support Governor DeSantis and Dr. Lapido in complete and total medical freedom. You could just ask it.
Would you like to address the Greenlight Capital?
Yes, of course. This is the great thing about running for office is everything comes into the fore. And I want to be very clear. There's no question that I will not address. If I'm asking you to hire me to be your next governor, nothing is off limits. You can ask me the color of my underwear. It is gray. Nothing is off limits. So, let me give you the background of my career. I went to college, I studied economics. I left college, I started an investment firm called Macrovoyant. I did that for 5 years. I then got recruited to join a $1 billion hedge fund called Greenlight Capital, run by David Einhorn. When I was at that firm, I always had the idea that I wanted to go back to building my own thing. We all want to hang our own shingle. And I left the firm in the middle of the year. I think when you mess up, you have to accept responsibility. I think it was not fair to my boss, David, and the folks at Greenlight Capital. I don't think that was fair for me to leave in the middle of the year, to leave them holding the bag of all the positions and all the research that I had done. I think the right thing to have done would be to have sit them down and tell them, here's my thoughts, I plan to leave at the end of the year. I left, and I regret the way that I handled that. I regret retaining some of the documents that I retained, some of the emails that I retained. I'm just going to be honest with you. I regret doing that. And at the end of the day, we all make our mistakes. We learn from them. But fortunately, that litigation is over. That case was settled. And now I'm focused on winning and earning the trust of my fellow Floridians. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. When you do something wrong, you have to lick your wounds and accept responsibility. I sent myself some emails when I was at work. I kept some information that I shouldn't have. And I'm not going to sit here and blame the system. I'm not going to sit here and blame somebody else. My grandmother always taught me, when you mess up, you accept responsibility.
Well, let's just take it a step further. That went to court. So you didn't accept responsibility in a negotiated manner. They had to sue you.
That is correct.
You lost the lawsuit. Okay.
That is correct. Yes, that did go to court. That did.
Have you satisfied the judgment?
The judgment from Greenlight Capital, that's an ongoing judgment because of the legal fees from Greenlight Capital. Yeah. Like I said, if your next governor deserves to stand in front of you and you can ask him whatever you want, including how much that soy latte cost, $8.97. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Try to speak loud over here. I have a statement, maybe help you out. How's he going to win? I encourage y'all to look at the youth around here. I mean, he probably has school right now. I'm on the clock. I have my work phone with me, but I mean, we're not here because we want to be here. We're here because we need to be here because our generation is left high and dry. My household, we both have college degrees, bringing over six-figure income. We can't buy a house in a safe neighborhood. So I encourage y'all to talk to your children, talk to your grandchildren. I mean, our work with the H-1B, and my question is, in terms of how you're going to pay for everything, I mean, the biggest slap in the face to me was waking up the day after Christmas, seeing Nick Shirley's video of not Republican dollars, not Democratic dollars, not independent dollars, our dollars, stolen. And, I mean, we're all disenfranchised here, essentially. That's what it is. So will you continue? We don't want strong letters. We want accountability and arrest for all the fraud, especially, I'll be damned in this state for giving more in the House, but it's very frustrating to, I promise you, in your generation, it's not because we're not picking up our bootstraps. We're working. I'm on the clock just to be here. Hopefully nothing goes too viral because I don't want to lose my job, but I needed to ask these questions. So, we want accountability, especially the fraud. Will you continue the doge that DeSantis is doing in Florida? And second of all, I mean, I'm in the construction business. I'm a subcontractor for major home builders. You probably have bought a house with D.R. Horton, Lennar, Pulte, you name it. We work with all those guys. And we're getting outbidded because of illegal labor. I mean, that's just the bottom line. We don't have, even if we did switch to American labor, there's not enough to use. It's a dying industry in terms of the American industry of tradesmen. My suggestion maybe, hopefully the sticks, but like wood shops back in high schools.
Yeah.
Those kind of programs to reinforce the trades, essentially. I mean, they still need to go learn code. AI is doing it now. We can't code. I mean, we're not only competing with jobs with the H-1B stuff, but I mean, it's just, there's no real path, no route to success in this state that I'm seeing. I mean, like I said, I'm shaking because I'm kind of frustrated because, we work so hard. I promise you guys, it's not because we don't want to work hard. There's just no really a straight outlet, straight path to achieve home ownership. Me and my fiance are high school sweethearts, 10 years, and we can't buy a house. Look, try to get married. It's expensive too. I mean, putting on the wedding and feeding everyone, you have all these expenses, but yet, we feel lost. We want some type of direction to, succeed in the state.
Thank you for the question. It's a very good question. So, what Nick Shirley found in Minneapolis is the fraud of the century. People who came here from Africa, who refuse to speak our language, who refuse to assimilate, and insist on calling us racist and saying that we live on stolen land when they have the unmitigated audacity, the unfettered intrepidity to tell us that we are the thieves when they, in fact, are the thieves. Nick Shirley is the one who found that, not the government. Kash Patel is still working on what happened to my Chinese takeout delivery last week. Hasn't gotten to it yet. That's okay. So here's my plan. And I talked to Nick Shirley the other day about this, actually. Here's my plan, very simple. I don't believe that corrupt government can investigate and hold corrupt government accountable. Let's start with that view, number one. Number two, We need to encourage and, yes, incentivize Nick Shirleys of the world to stand up and investigate fraud. Here's my solution to fraud in any part of government, local, state, doesn't matter. If you, like Nick Shirley, identify fraud, you identify $100 million that went to some child care center in Fort Myers, guess what? We're going to give you 5% of it. We're going to give you $5 million. If you send the bat signal to 23.5 million Floridians, if you put a bounty on every single person who's committing fraud and tell them you can hit the jackpot, you find $100 million, you get $5 million. Heck, you find $1 billion of fraud, we'll give you $50 million, 5%. That'll solve the entire fraud problem, I kid you not, in 24 months. How can we have the same corrupt, greedy, rapacious government deep state officials investigate the same greedy, corrupt, rapacious government officials? Nick Shirley, not the FBI, and sure as heck not Tim Waltz, are the ones who found out about the fraud. We should create a system that brings Doge to everyday citizens across our state. What we got to do? We have.
My question is, you talked about like Five Below and those other big names, right? And my question is, well, one, it's hard to open a business in Florida. I was shocked moving from New York 10 years ago that it's just difficult. So what can you do for like the smaller businesses so you actually make this the free state of Florida? Because what we're looking at, Mosaic with big wins, Publix with big wins, like strip mall after strip mall. So what can you do as a governor to really make it the free state of Florida?
What a great question. The problem with regulation is regulation doesn't affect Publix or Walmart or a large strip mall development company because they've got 50 lawyers working around the clock. Regulation strangles our small businesses. If you're a 19-year-old boy, you're going to go serve your country in the Marine Corps and you want to come back and start a nail salon or a hair salon or a barber shop with your sisters and brothers. Right now, as we stand here, or I stand and you sit if we want to get technical, to be a barber in Florida, you need to complete 1,200 hours of instruction. 1,200 hours of instruction to cut hair. That is one of just many insidious examples of regulation all over our state. Look, regulation can be good when it comes to protecting our water and our air, when it comes to regulating our roads and getting rid of the potholes that seem to be appearing every new mile. But regulation cannot strangle our small business owners. And we have to be very clear about that. The red tape isn't just bad for the mom and dad who want to start a small business, who want to compete with Publix, who want to start a nail salon or a hair salon or a child care center. It's not just bad for them because they never get their business, their hopes, their dreams, and their financial independence off the ground. Do you know who it also hurts? Every single one of us. Because when there are fewer small businesses, there is fewer competition. When there is less competition, guess what? We pay more. We have less options. I want us all to live in a free state of Florida where you are free to start a business, large or small, anytime. Let's bring some real capitalist competition back in. That's how you create options. You create pathways for people to say, you know what? We're not going to go to Publix today. We got a new grocery store down the street. You know, we're not taking Grandpa to Supercuts today for a $30 haircut. We're going to go to this nice young man who started his own business. He's only charging $15. That is how you lower prices. You increase competition. I will completely and utterly destroy the red tape deep state that is strangling our small businesses across Florida. And so, may I end with this? I am not I am not going to ask you to blindly trust me. My hope, and I know that many of you are happily married, my hope is this is the first date. That was funnier in my head. I'm sorry. My hope is that this was our first date. That this is the beginning of a conversation. That you'll tune in to Fox News, where I'll be on later this week. I was with CNN a couple weeks ago talking about Maduro, and this fine young lady next to me said, "What are we, judge, jury, and executioner? We can't do that." And I said, "Yes, we can. President Trump just did. Just did." And so I'm asking for the opportunity to earn your trust. Don't take my word for it. The Miami Herald, who is no fan of anybody in this room in our politics, the Miami Herald said last week that while we disagree with Mr. Fishback's platform, you can't ignore the fact that he is driving a national conversation about conservative politics. The the Tampa Bay Times yesterday wrote that this is effectively a two-person race. There's two visions on the ballot. I have respect for everyone in this competition. But no one is promised, no one is coronated, and no one but you decides who the next governor of Florida is. And if you walk out of here unsure about my candidacy or our campaign, to that I say good. Stay skeptical. But at least we had the chance to meet. You've had the chance to hear my plan, the beginnings of my plan, to make life for you, your kids, and your grandkids a little bit easier and a lot more affordable. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
I think you got a lot of votes today.
I appreciate it. Thank you for that good question. It's a good question.
Okay.
All those Minnesota politicians stealing all the money. If you need the money, we don't want you to take it from us.
Mr. Fishback, I've known about you now for a while. I was here. I saw you on TikTok like a year ago, like when you were in the 2%. I was like, Mom, there's this new guy. It's like I did the same thing with RFK when he was running. I listened. I am growing. I'm a freshman. I was meant to be a sophomore. I'm a homeschool. I haven't been in the system as much. So, and my mom has helped me be able to think on my own in a way. I introduced you to her. I told her your policies. I heard about what you want to do with the railroad system. I appreciate that. And I just want to, I don't know. It's very awkward for me. I know.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for skipping school.
I did. I got signed out early.
You took him out. But Emily, if you vote the way he votes.
I'm voting like he's lying. I showed him.
Liar. I saw you on Clavicular.
Clavicular homicide was totally justified.
Yes.
He did nothing wrong. Clav did nothing wrong.
Do you want a picture? Let me get you with the cross behind. That's a
Let's
pretty
do it.
background.
It's a pretty background, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got our beautiful flag and our cross.
Smile.
Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. Thank
He's
you,
not
Emily.
a voter yet, but I'm voting, and I've been
Please.
telling everybody, to vote for you.
Word of mouth is way more powerful than a Facebook ad.
Yeah.
My letter from President Trump, and he signed it personally.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you for your service, Jonathan.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I enjoy what you stand for.
Thank you very much. What a beautiful letter. We have such a great president.
Yes, we do.
We have such,
We are
and
very
he
proud.
fights for our vets.
Yes, he does.
He does a great work.
I just read where he regrets his endorsement of Donald's. I just read that secretly he really regrets it.
Yeah.
Well, look, I think the president is a good man.
Yes.
He's made, and it's not him, it's his advisors. They make different endorsements. But here was the biggest thing I saw. Congressman Donalds had this big fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago, President Trump's own home, where President Trump has visited every weekend, and he wasn't there. President Trump didn't go to the fundraiser. I think he's starting to walk back the endorsement.
I think so. Listen, the DOC, the Department of Corrections, I've been a volunteer in that system since 2009. It is so corrupt from the top down. I mean to tell you, I just went last weekend to Ocala to visit a lady there that was in for a car accident. And no alcohol, no drugs, no nothing. But anyway, I had sandals on. You wear sandals in Florida. I've been going there since 2009 with sandals. All of a sudden, they said to me, you have to have shoes with toes in them.
To come in and volunteer?
To visit, yeah. I had to have
Pesky bureaucrats.
And so I had to go down the street. They wouldn't let me in. I had to go down the street to Dollar Store and buy a pair of house slippers that were, because they didn't have shoes, I bought a pair of house slippers that were toes covered, come back to the prison and go in. Now that's how stupid the rules are getting in the prison system. But the drugs in the prison system are rampant.
Sure.
Ocala has such bad water for the inmates that they tell the officers to bring their own water. The inmates are getting sick from the water they're drinking.
Unacceptable.
I mean, and they don't care. They don't care.
What facility is this in Ocala?
The Annex, Lowell Annex. And
Lowell Annex?
Uh-huh.
We'll look into that.
Yeah.
We'll look into that.
And I contacted a congressman, and he said, well, we approved so many $1 million for them to do the water, but they haven't done it. The people are still getting sick.
But this is the thing, is if you change the law but nothing changes, what have you really done?
Yeah.
Your governor should be able to drink the water at any single one of our points, including in our prisons, and feel comfortable doing so.
Well, he couldn't there, but they tell the officers to bring their own water.
Yeah. Thank you for coming out. Good to meet you.
I heard you on Tucker Carlson, by the way.
Oh, did you like it?
I liked it. Thought it was great.
Thank you very much.
Jim, thank you for running.
Thank you very much.
I'm an old salesman, and your approach might improve if you just go right to start. When you vote for me, instead of Byron Daniels, I'm going to use my successful business experience, and I'm going to turn the state around from where it is in these following ways, and then put all the Trump positions out there, but build. We went 45 minutes. I didn't know whether you were driving a garbage truck or delivering milk. I don't want to be too flip about it, but you got to be a salesperson. You might be a very effective business person, and I hope you were. But start
the structure. That was I had too much caffeine this morning.
Caffeine's okay, but I'm an old salesman again.
What'd you sell?
Business development, sales development for businesses. We sold database information to help them focus their sales on the very best prospects as opposed to running around and wasting time with the smaller ones that are profitable.
It's very good feedback you gave me.
Well, I hope so.
Well, I get to apply it tomorrow. I'll be in Miami tomorrow, and so I'll apply that feedback. So you're saying start off with, what's my opening line?
Thank you for being here. When you vote for, say your name,
James Fishback.
I'm going to use my successful business experience, a $40 million company that did this and that and the other thing, and I'm going to bring it to improving this state in these following ways. Give the Trump things, and then and probably my best, my worst or my most serious competitor is someone you already know, Byron Daniels. He's a very successful black senator. And people, holy shit, he's really admitting this. Because I do know that person. But here's where I think I can do better. You see, he's been in the Senate for X number of years and doing whatever the hell they do. I've been out making money. I've been out hiring people. I've been out training people. And, it's called a 3-minute elevator speech.
I like it.
It's got to be 3 minutes. And you got to be able, I'm going from 4-1 to 5. You have to meet people and give them 3 minutes of why they'll never vote for anybody else. And you've got to ask for the vote. This business about I'm not going to ask for your vote. Give me a break. That's crazy.
Well, it was rhetorical, Len. I said I'm not going to ask for your vote. I want you to hire me.
That and the business about making a mistake. We all make mistakes. We don't drag out your dirty laundry. That doesn't help you. What helps you is getting people to say, this guy sounds like he's going to make a difference. I think I will vote for him. I think I'll donate to him. You can't be afraid.
I appreciate it, Len. It's good advice. It's good advice, actually. It's very good advice.
She has my retirement card.
Okay. So are you voting for us?
Good luck. No, really, thank you for running. Be a public figure is it's not easy. It's really not easy.
Sure. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hey guys.
Hey man, how are you, brother?
Good.
Good to meet you. I want to get a quick picture with you if that's all right.
Of course.
And thank you for running, man. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, here, let's get one together.
Where are these sweaters from? They're pretty cool.
From his from my closet. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Very nice meeting you.
Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Likewise, thank you. Hey, man.
Yes, sir. You're on the map. Some of you talk about
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
I'll be the camera.
There he is.
Hello again.
What's up, man? A little bit closer to you, right?
Yeah.
I had to drive that whole way next to you. What'd you think? Different crowd from what we're usually used to. But I think it was good though. I think it
I like
landed.
how you kind of shifted it over.
Yeah, a little bit.
Older crowd.
A little bit.
I liked it. It was smart.
I had to adapt a little bit.
Yeah. I was talking to some of the Greg Cordy.
Hey.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes, it's
You got a
nice
great
to meet
grandson.
you. Yes, he's our next door living grandson, and he's been gone a lot lately. He's been traveling a lot. We got to go home this afternoon and change the oil in his car.
He's been doing good
so
work.
you touched a little bit on the regulation of
Yeah.
unnecessary regulation. I don't know if Aiden told you, our family owns a couple of Ace Hardware stores, so we sell propane. Okay. We filled 20-pound propane tanks for 30 years, okay? Now the thread is opposite than a normal bulb, so you got to know that. You got to be trained on that. You fill them 80% full, okay? There's a process for doing it. When I started doing it 30 years ago, you got licensed by the state, you took a class, maybe a 3-hour class, took a test on it, and you do it. Maybe about 6 years ago, the state, yes, there's been a few food truck things blow up and there's been some accidents. So they decided every 3 years, if you're licensed at filling propane tanks, you need to take continuing education.
Are you kidding me?
20 hours
Are you
of
kidding me?
class every 3 years. 20 hours to learn how
What
to fill
agency
a
does
propane.
that?
Agriculture.
Oh,
The agriculture
interesting.
department, okay?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's
well,
ridiculous.
I mean, yes, there's one class that's a couple hours on how to do tanks, but then you've got to take 3 or 4 other classes that never apply. You got to look at somebody that had a 1,000-gallon tank behind their building at a restaurant, and the building blew up. Why does that apply to a guy?
So a building blew up in Pensacola. What does that have to do with you?
Yeah, well, or it's not. It's a tank that would supply a restaurant,
Yeah.
and and there were things. It's kind of interesting to see, but I don't need to see it every 3 years.
No.
And it doesn't apply anything to fill in a tank. So that's a little bit of the over.
Interesting, actually.
Okay. Then the other comment, I was like 60-some years old. There's a couple of things that have crept in. Is you talked a little bit about America First, and it used to be when I grew up, went to high school in the 70s. I think if you were an immigrant, you came in, you took some classes, you learned the language. So where I'm getting at is, why do we print our ballots in Spanish?
Shouldn't do that.
How did that ever come about?
Well, you can take the DMV exam in Florida, your driver's test, in Spanish, Creole, or Chinese. That shouldn't be allowed. It just shouldn't. I don't know why that's even up for debate. Why do you have foreign workers driving our trucks in Florida who don't speak our language, who can't read our road signs?
Exactly. Well, we saw that what that cost. Yeah, but why are we printing the ballot in Spanish? If you can't read the ballot in English, are you even qualified to vote? You know what you're voting for?
The census is also printed in 2 different languages.
Shouldn't be.
And so we own a business. I've been blessed and never been unemployed, okay? But it used to be people came, if they wanted to draw unemployment, they'd come in the store, they'd ask if you had a job only, want to do an interview, they'd sign sign a piece of paper, and they'd have to do that. Now they sit online at the computer for only 15 minutes. Or if they do have to, we use some of the electronic, applications, and you go, oh yeah, we'd like to interview you. Hell no, they're never going to show up there for the interview. They don't want a job. They just want to keep drawing the unemployment. You used to be able to draw unemployment for 6 months. I think you can draw it for 2 years or the
It's
rest
ridiculous.
of your life.
It's ridiculous.
What are we doing?
Safety net versus safety jacuzzi. And that's what it's become.
Yeah. So, all right, need a picture.
We want to get a picture with you.
Of course. Hey, Margarita.
Just in case you become the governor.
Well, I'll be back if I become your governor.
Okay.
I'll be back multiple times down here.
Don't disappear. Get elected.
No,
Disappear.
I can't spend too much time in Tallahassee. It's not that great of a town.
Don't take too many.
We want to get a picture with you.
Thank you, sir.
We want to
Good to
get a
meet
picture.
you. You're a great
We'll see
grandson.
you again.
Thank you
I'll
very
keep
much.
putting gas in his car and let him travel.
Please,
We didn't
thank
see him
you.
at all this weekend. I know you're going to keep him busy.
We're going to keep him busy. Doing great work.
Picture? She's going to take a picture. My friend here.
Mine?
Yeah, we gotta hold it here.
Oh,
There you go.
there we go. Here, you want to get one side, I'll do the other.
My phone, right?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, sir. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
I used to live in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh,
Back in the
did
late 60s, I was a young Republican. Do you remember that group?
Sure.
Yeah, they still
used to
have
be a
them today.
Democrat.
Yeah?
And
I
she
used to be a Democrat.
When did you find the light?
I hate them now. When Bill Clinton, I hate him with a purple passion, especially Tim Walz.
Thank you for your wonderful sense of humor.
Thank you,
You
Bonnie.
did. It was a wonderful.
Thank you, Lynn.
Lynn Vance. I'm a Republican, but I'm registered in Pennsylvania, but I work for them up there. But you're great delivery.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
he is.
much.
He is.
Yeah.
You had a fantastic demeanor.
Thank you very
I
much.
hope you go far.
Yeah,
God bless us if
turned
we can get
Republican.
you in.
Thank you. Well, I hope I can count on your votes in August.
Yeah.
Thank you. You will.
Thank
Okay.
you very
will.
much.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you, Margarita.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See. Well, thank you for your service, sir.
Fantastic presentation.
Thank
I'm
you.
so impressed with you.
Thank you.
You tell it just like it is.
Thank you, sir.
And I love it. And I want you to go out there and just fight like hell and do whatever you can to win this election. If you're the best man, you deserve to be the next governor.
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless you.
Thank you very much.
You're in my prayers, okay?
Tthink you very much.
Thanks, James.
That means
Thanks
a lot.
for coming. St.
Thank you
James.
very much.
We'll pray for you, St. James.
Thank you very much. How are you?
James, nice to meet you. Clinton O'Brien.
Hey, Clinton.
My wife, Emily.
Hey, Emily.
We,
How are you?
And my daughter,
Hi.
Reggie.
Do you like Trump? Good. Good.
Yeah. We're big Trump fans, but we saw you first time on Tucker, and ever since been really impressed with what you've got going on and what
Thank
you
you.
have to say. And we kind of wanted to just see you in person to see if you passed the smell test. so
Just
to
poke.
speak.
Just poke.
You
Am I
know?
real?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. But we really like what you're doing, and we want to be able to purchase our home, and we're struggling with everybody else our age, and I'm roofing. You got another construction guy here. She's a realtor. We're trying to make Florida, like you said, old Florida. It's funny because I was born and raised in Coral Gables, left Carolina, 15 years, come back.
Oh, really?
And it's just, there's a lot that's changed in 15 years when you come back and see it, but, I do think that you're genuine. I want to help get you elected as governor.
Thank you.
And I am going to vote for you, so is my wife. But
Thank you.
we're proud to meet you. And
Yeah,
thank you.
likewise.
And
Thank you
if I
for.
can get a picture
Of
with you,
course.
too.
Where'd you go to high school in Coral Gables?
Well, actually, I went to Belen.
Sure. I know.
Belen
Belen is one of the great. Are you Catholic?
Yep.
Belen's an awesome school.
What's funny is we also went to we've been going to a non-denominational church, and then they brought up a bunch of stuff that made us split from
They
it.
typically do that at non-denominational
Yeah,
churches.
and they love to do that Zionism thing. And so what you had to say, that brought us too, because I agree with that. And what that 380 million towards us and everything else that's going to Israel, I'm not a big fan
Doesn't
of
make any
that.
sense.
No.
And it's not because anybody hates Israel; it's because we love us.
Yeah.
We want to bring it here. We want to invest in us. Invest in our
And the
families.
Pope said something today, and it's like, I'm not anti-Semitic. They make you feel that way.
Yeah.
And I love the way that you've been able to hold your character, because they're going to continue to attack you that way.
Yeah.
And I look forward to your response so I can respond the same way.
Thank you. And I'll preview my response when that inevitably comes, which is that we condemn think all Americans condemn all forms of religious hatred. Including and especially the most virulent kind, which is anti-Christian hate. Let's just be very honest.
Yeah.
Anti-Christian hate is totally systemic. It's taught in our schools. It's everywhere at universities. And we're not anti any country. We're just pro-America, right? If they were lending the $385 million to Sweden, look, we all love IKEA, but we're bringing that money back. Crazy idea. Our money should not be sent abroad. That's simple principle, and that applies to Israel. Applies to Israel. So be it. It's not anti-Semitic, you know. So, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good to meet you.
Hi.
Hi. Thank
Kimberly
you for that
Simons.
question.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's a good one.
I was just here to tell you, you nailed that really well. I appreciate how you stopped and you really thought it through. That's showing like a lot of integrity there. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So I've worked on campaigns and all of this stuff. I got Emma's number.
Good.
Her email. I'm just going to send a little thing to say for these groups because I've been in Florida for 10 years now. So I want to make sure that you guys, I know you're a young group and everything, and I know you're going to get a lot of feedback from people telling you how to do things, okay? But you know, you did it really well.
Thank you.
But that business thing, I think, will differentiate you. Just obviously, because you're a business owner. So you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's going to differentiate you from Byron. But obviously, you got to play that game for a little while, and hopefully, you get that in your head of when you can say those things. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So if there's three, you said three things that differentiated you. It just maybe present it again. You don't have to do it in your speech. You can just do it on your social media.
That's a good point.
So you got to start releasing. You know, you need to go, yeah, because they just think he is the guy.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's bothering me. As all Republicans should be bothered by that. In this
Everybody.
state. Right.
If I was the guy, you should be bothered.
Yeah, exactly.
But I enjoy being the underdog.
Yes. Good. Nice meeting you.
A lot of Chipotle, a lot of McDonald's on the road.
Yeah, I'm glad you were here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kim.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate the question.
Dave Butters.
Hey, Dave. Love your
please
hat.
Thank you. Please look into the VA.
I will.
This is horrible. I come from the best VA network in the network, Palo Alto, so I'm used to being treated well. Because of negligence, I almost lost this leg in November because of DEI hires not doing their job. These people here really, really need to be cleaned out.
The one here in Tampa?
And Riverview and Tampa.
Okay.
Come home from the hospital for hospitalization for breathing problems. Takes a month to get a nebulizer, for breathing treatments.
A month?
Yeah. I have asthma. I just got my asthma inhaler this morning. Waited 22 days to get it.
Can't have that.
Yeah, this is bad. It's not Arizona and Reno, but it's pretty bad.
So what do you think about this idea? Just a moment. The state of Florida sues the VA in federal court, and the relief is if you can't meet these particular timelines for delivering care,
yes,
that you give us the money and we'll do our own VA system.
Thank you.
And we'll sue him in federal court. We'll just see him in court.
I'll go for that.
Okay.
I will go for that.
Because I'm not going to even play this, let's do a bill, let's write a letter. No, we'll just sue him in court.
I've been doing veteran politics for 3 decades in California. When they closed Fort Ord, I lobbied to get the Fort Ord Cemetery opened up with Bruce McPherson and Leon Panetta and his son, John? His son. I can't, evaded me right now. So I worked with both sides of the aisle because to get the cemetery out, I kissed anybody's ass.
Sure.
So I'm experienced with that, but we really need help here. We really do. They're blaming it on so many people like me coming into the state and they're overcrowded and everything. No, if they did their job.
Well, look, Chick-fil-A does their job, and they got crowds there every day.
Oh, the Chick-fil-A by the Riverview gives veterans 30% discount. Tell them
Good
that.
to know. What's
Tell them
your
that.
What's your order?
It's not on the menu, but the 10-piece strips.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really do the
I get
10-piece
it for
strip.
like $7 instead of $12.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, I bought $60 for church one day, and it cost me like $36. This big spender.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Not to brag, but I got a bunch of chicken strips at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. No, they're really good to us veterans here, and the one by the Tampa Hospital.
Wonderful.
We have to go, don't we?
No, I got still talk. We have the other way.
Oh, okay.
That's just a little rude.
Thank you. I'm going to put that up on that federal platform on VA.
I'm going to hire you.
I appreciate it.
You got to me.
Not vote, hire.
Hire.
I appreciate
That's it.
using that language.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Hey, my name is Will. But we just had a conversation before, and he knew the time limit. And You know, that's a school. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so what scared me that you didn't know. We can walk out. I don't know about we can walk over.
Sure.
About
Want to get in front of us, yes?
Mr. Future Governor, how are you doing?
Great question.
I appreciate you
I
guys
appreciate
taking
it.
the time. Must say, huge fan of the syntax. I feel so bad for my friends because me and my fiance have been together since high school, and it's hard for them to go out to a bar or something like, hey, they feel like they have to ask, do you have a link? So maybe it's a good punchline. If you have a link, we don't care what you think. That's a good punchline. Maybe you guys could use because it's kind of crazy.
And Sophie Rain, she posted this video this morning.
Yep.
I made $100 million.
Yep.
What she's doing is she's trying to pimp out other girls to join that platform.
It's pretty sad. I mean, it's complete degeneracy. It's allowed. I mean,
it's traffic. It's literally trafficking.
Yeah, and my opinion aside, like, what is God's chosen people owning that site in Pornhub and all these other sites?
Careful.
Yeah, I know. And I know the
largest donors to AIPAC, by the way.
Yeah, and
that's interesting, actually.
I do appreciate you not taking that because that is quite literally a prerequisite for me moving forward.
Yeah,
it's like there's no chance. I mean, England's not sending money. You know, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, no matter what country. Like, why is that even allowed?
It shouldn't be allowed.
It should be under.
It's foreign influence. It's FARA. It's really simple.
Yes, I know you guys are quick for time. You mind if I grab a quick
of course.
picture? Thank you.
Of course.
Sorry, what was your name?
Francesca.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
Giancarlo. Brother, you got me?
Oh, yeah, I got a picture.
Thank you, brother. There you go. Thank you, Mr. Fishback. Best of luck.
Appreciate it. Thank
Definitely
you
tell
very much.
my friends about you.
Please do. Word of mouth that's the most valuable thing.
Oh, I do have a bone to pick, though. I bought your merch, the white shirt.
Which one?
For $38.
Uh-huh.
2 days later, you put it for yourself at $28.
Did we?
I would like a heads up next time.
we're gonna give you something. Do we have
No,
something
don't
to give you?
Don't worry about it.
We cut the price to 28.
Yeah.
I didn't authorize that. I didn't authorize that.
I do have the white shirt, but
whoa.
Yeah.
Well. Emma, right.
So no, I bought it for $38. I saw it for $28. I was like, oh man, a heads up would have been great because it came.
No
in
wonder
2
I
days
lost
later.
1,000 followers.
Well, thank you again. I know you're busy.
Send an email to emma@fishback2026.com and be like, and send her the confirmation post and be like, James Fishback said you're going to send me something for free. We'll send you. I actually didn't even know that. I'm actually going to have to raise the price again to 38. So if you're watching this and it's 28, you might as well buy it in the next couple hours before I crash out on our campaign manager.
All right, thank you, sir.
Good to see you, Evan.
Yes, sir. Good to see you again.
You coming out with this? We're still alive. Yes. Don't say anything to Laura Loomer. Emma@fishback2026.com.
Hi, I'm Daisy Vega. Nice to meet
Hey,
you.
Daisy, how are you?
Fine, thank you. You know, I just want to point out something. Every time you say it, I laugh. So you said, if you hire me, can you elaborate more on that when you speak to people? Because people are like, what does he mean hire?
Oh, that's a good question. So what I mean is, I work for you.
Right.
I'm not asking for a vote. I'm asking you to think about this as if it was myself and Congressman Donalds and we came to your home and we were interviewing with you, who would you hire to fight for you for the next 4 years? I think we oftentimes think of politics as this big game of votes and ballots. Just think of it this way. Who would you hire to take care of you and your family?
Exactly.
And if you hire Congressman Donalds, that's your choice and I respect it. If you hire me, I really respect it. But yeah, that's how I think about it.
Well, you did a phenomenal job at speaking to us. Thank you very
Daisy.
much for being here.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for the compliment.
Yes.
Hope to be back soon as your next governor.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. How were the jokes, 1 to 10? There were some good ones in there. I'm trial and error, some of them. Thanks, Elaine. So where are we going? So we have Miami tomorrow. I know, but I'm saying, I'm going to tell them Miami. You have my phone, right?
Yes.
So Miami tomorrow. Look forward to everyone joining us. Thank you again for everyone tuning in. Look, this campaign trail is not just for the folks who are in the room. We had over 150 people here in Sun City, but it's also for people at home to see our campaign, what it's like behind the scenes, what is going on, the events that we're doing. We are not, I don't know that we're going to fundraise or outspend Congressman Donalds, but I know that we will outwork him. And Floridians deserve a governor that they can see, talk to, poke, no Diddy, poke, and even answer tough questions from. So look forward to it. Thank you, Kingston. Thank you, Brian.